going on, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Shandy OG, the podcast, y'all. Well, y'all know I'm gonna keep it raw and uncut. I want to talk to you guys today because y'all my therapy. You know what I'm talking about? And I just wanted to talk about this thing called tea. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody want to know the tea. What's the tea? What's going on with the tea? Until that tea scalds you. You know what I'm talking about? Till you get hit with that hot tea. I'm talking about ghetto gossip, y'all. Yeah, yeah. It's casual what you hear. And y'all make it so casual. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto gossip is so casual. Girl, guess what happened? Man, Nick, you know what your boy did? But you know what he be bro, you know who got so and so in it. All that. All that. That could become a match to some real life violence right there. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all words is bullets, y'all. And not only are y'all words bullets, your words pick targets, especially when you putting gossip about somebody. Man, let's talk about it, y'all. This is a subject that needs to be hit. How you run your mouth and it can cause somebody to die. We don't talk about that much. No, we don't talk about nothing like that. But we're going to talk about it today. Let's talk about the pipeline. Let's talk about the beginning on how this stuff actually happens. You know what I'm talking about? And this is how the pipeline goes. You have rumor. Then you have, once you hear the rumor, you get the emotion of what you heard from the rumor. And then your emotion leads you to a public display. And then once you publicly display your emotions from the rumor that you heard and you enacted on that person, that brings retaliation. It can all stem from a messy group chat, a Facebook live rant, our cousins telling somebody's business. Now we got pride on the line. In our neighborhood, Smoketown, and I know in the West End, anywhere, your respect is your currency. When people feel taxed by disrespect, they pay it back with heat, man. When people are taxed by disrespect, they pay it back in heat. The tea was just the entertainment. Now that tea turned into real beef. Because you went and ran your mouth. You got diarrhea at the mouth and you don't know how to hold nothing in. And that causes somebody to get killed, y'all. We didn't get into it because, I always keep receipts on mine. And, cops don't write gossip on their reports. They don't say this was a result of gossip. No. But the CDC do track what gossip feeds. You know what I'm talking about, y'all? They track what the gossip feeds. So across the United States, about a third of the homicides with known circumstances started with an argument or a conflict. You know what I'm talking about? It started with a 34.9%. That's that he said, she said, they said, then it popped off. Y'all. Yeah. And not only that, all right, we had 34.9% on that. You feel me? Then we got 15% tied to intimate partner violence. And that burden lands hardest on women. Because out of that intimate partner violence, because from what you may have heard, somebody says they seen it with somebody, that ties up for 41.8% of female victim homicides. That means 41% of female homicides are involved in intimate partner violence. They may have seen something, heard something, caught you on the text. And let's talk about these jealousy and these love triangles that be fueling it too. When you get mad at your dude, and you tell all his business. Oh, he like to get his butt licked. He like this done to him. He let me put my finger in him, something like that. Telling real stuff about what he be doing out here in these streets, who he may have did something to because you mad. You may go to his enemies and tell on him because you mad at the moment. I ain't gonna play with you because I know a lot of these killings begin with social media friction. These ain't masterminded plots. A lot of the killings you seeing these young kids is doing because somebody done popped off on social media. Yeah, a lot of that comes from not being able to creatively handle your emotions intelligently. But we're gonna get to that, y'all. We're gonna get to that because this is an epidemic. Social media and running your mouth and having diarrhea in your mouth is causing people to get killed. I ain't trying to make this into a gender piece, not at all. But let's be grown about it. You know how many times gossip has turned into violence? How many times you done told on a person that said something and it came to a negative demise for them? And some of y'all do it on purpose. Y'all let y'all emotions run your natural, God-given thinking ability. It tars your common sense. Not knowing, you don't know who you talking to. Man, these people are snitches. They thieves. They own dope. And some of these people don't even have morals where they'll go for that person and get what they think they can get out of them. Y'all know we gossip. And then that gossip, when it leads to killing, and then that situation gets escalated because now you got retaliation. Now you got retaliation. And it's all a chain reaction, y'all. Somebody gets killed. Then the people that mad about the person gets killed, go kill somebody that has something to do with the killing of somebody, and then they retaliate. It's like an ongoing retaliation that never stops. It seems like arguments and conflicts dominate more, especially in the male victims. A dude could pop off social media talking about, yo, so-and-so was doing this, he be doing that. Man, so-and-so whoop-de-whoop. And then so-and-so comes up, pop up or whatever. And then the violence ensues. So yeah, a lot of y'all running your mouth, starting rumors, making things up, putting 100 on 10 is the reason why a lot of people is dead. Sometimes you need to shut up before putting a person on blast, doing an expose. If you're going to tell on somebody, tell on yourself. Tell on you. Put your business out too while you putting out other people's. See how many people like the skeletons that's in your closet. We never talk about why rumors hit so hard. When we hear that spicy information, when we getting that dirt on somebody, getting that tea, what you call it, that puts that dopamine up in you, man. That dopamine is a high, boy. Woo-wee. That dopamine gives you a high. And that dopamine rewards you. Sharing it helps you get social points. Telling other people's business or something that yeah, girl, I can't wait, running your mouth. And especially in close-knit neighborhoods. Reputations really decide your safety, your dating, your money, and not only that, your reputation ensues your respect. So a rumor about cheating, snitching, stealing, doing something that's just immoral, don't just bruise feelings. It can reprise someone's whole life. That's why the harmless shade can become somebody's funeral, y'all. Have prevention on y'all having diarrhea of the mouth. How can we have prevention if you stop exposing people and telling people's business? Man, let me give you a street toolkit, man. This is simple, and it's not even about being soft. First of all, before you say anything about somebody, put their business out that can be harmful for them. Take a pause, verify, and not only that, if you wouldn't say it under oath, don't say it online. Let's talk about prevention that actually works. I'm gonna give y'all a simple street toolkit. We're gonna keep this simple, but it ain't gonna be soft at all, y'all. First of all, pause. Take a deep breath. And then go verify the information. If you wouldn't say it under oath, don't say it online. Number two, never, ever, ever, ever post your coordinates. No addresses, no live locations, or schedules in angry moments, man. All that pull up, all of that, meet me here, do all that, telling people where you are just to show you tough, man, could get you knocked off. And the receipt rule. Let's go with the receipt rule. If you don't have proof that you would show a judge, keep it off the timeline. Before you put anything, say a person's a snitch, rat, pet, whatever, have your receipts ready. Because if that person comes and check you, here's the paperwork right here on you, bro. You can't deny this. And always, 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 y'all, private before public. If you must confront it, don't do it online. Do it offline. Sometimes send a third party to them. One of your player partners say, hey, bro, I didn't appreciate that. If you know it's going to escalate right like that. Or just be a real man and tell that person whatever you got to tell them or whatever beefs you have with them or how they hurt you so they'll know not to do it again. Let's take a 2 text time out, y'all. 2 text times out. And this is something that helps me. When I'm heated, I wait 2 texts. I read them or I take 2 hours. And then I decide if this person deserves my attention at all. Then you got conflicts. Man, find you a mediator, man. Go get you somebody that can help the situation. Or you may know a person that knows that person that can get to that person that they respect. Say, hey, bro, dude didn't respect what you said. He wanted to talk to you. Have a conversation. Ain't nothing wrong with having a conversation, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with having a conversation, sis. All right, y'all. We all know free speech is real. But freedom always comes with a price. Every freedom, your free speech, your freedom to do what you want, gossip may feel small until somebody is hit with it. And then a mama is picking out a casket and what type of suit or dress they should bury their kid in. Let's keep the jokes. Lose the jeopardy. Keep the truth, lose the traps. If you love your people, protect their business like it's their own, like it's your own life. Because sometimes it is. Sometimes your words can become another person's demise. Sometimes the words you speak can bring death to another person because you want to gossip, you want to share the tea, or you just want that social dopamine that you get when you do it, y'all. But if I can encourage you to do anything, use your words wisely. Hold your tongue when you are in anger. And if you're going to speak anything, speak life, love, and purpose into a person. This is Shandy OG. Well, we keep it raw and uncut. I'm out.